Odilo aruna pura babage Twijamani Ghoramani jage Bhakata Samuha Loela Sate Jela Nagara Braje
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 Tatai tatai bhajalako Gana gana tahe janjera ro
Tatai tatai bhajaloko Gana gana tahe janjera
Tatai tatai bhajalako Gana gana tahe janjera ro
Tatai tatai bhajaloko Gana gana tahe janjera
Preme dala dala sonaranga Charane no pura bhaje
Preme dala dala sonara ganga Charane nupura bhaje
Preme dala dala sonaranga Charane no pura bhaje
Preme dala dala sonara ganga Charane nupura bhaje
Mukunda Madhava Yadava Hari Bole na bola re bandhana bore
Mukunda Madhava Yadava Hari Bole na bolo re bandhana bore
Mukunda Madhava Yadava Hari Bole na bola re bandhana bore
Mukunda Madhava Yadava Hari Bole na bolo re bandhana bore
Nichini davase jelare rati Divasha sharira sahaje
Vicheni davase gerare rati Divasa sharira sahaje
Nichini davase jelare rati Divasha sharira sahaje
Vicheni davase gerare rati Divasa sharira sahaje
Emana durlabha manava deha Payaki kora bhavana keha
Emana dulabha manava deho Payaki koro bhavana keho
Emana durlabha manava deha Payaki kora bhavana keha
Emana dulabha manava deho
Ebena bajile Yashoda Sutta Charane pori belaje
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 Odi tatapana hoile asta Dina jela bale hai baby asta
Odi tatapana hoile asta Dina jela bale hai baby asta
Odi tatapana hoile asta Dina jela bale hai baby asta
Udi tatapana hoile asta Dina jela bale hai baby asta
Kabe keno ebe ala sahoy Na bajare dhaya raje Kabe keno ebe ala sahoy Na bajare dhaya raje Divana anitya janahasa Kahina na vida vipada bhat
Divana anitya janahasa Kahina na vida vipada bhat
Divana anitya janahasa Kahina na vida vipada bhat Nam Mashraya koriyatani tumi Takapanakaje
Namaskaya koriyatani tumi Takapanakaje
Namashraya koriyatani tumi Takapanakaje
Namaskaya koriyatani tumi Takapanakaje
Divera kalyana sadanakam Jagati asi madhuranam
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 Abhidyati mirathapana rupe Ragagane viraje
Avidyati miratapana rupe Vigagane viraje
Avidyati mirathapana Regagane virate Krishna nam sudakori apan Yuro bhakati vinoda pran
Krishna sudakori apan Yuro bhakati vinoda pran
Krishna nam sudakori apan Yuro bhakati vinoda pran
Krishna nama sudakori apan Yuro bhakati vinoda pran
Nama bina kichu nahi koara Chora bhuvana mahaje
Nama bina kichu nahi koaro Chora bhuvana mahade
Nama bina kichu nahi koara Chora bhuvana mahaje
Nama bina kichu nahi koaro Chora bhuvana mahade
Jeev jago Ghara chanda bole
jago jago Gorana bole
Jeev jago Ghara chanda bole
jago Gorana bole
Ota nidra chayo maya Tisha tira kole Ota nidra jayo maya Kisa chira kole Baji babaliya ete Samsara bitare Baji babaliya ete Samsara bitare Boliya rohile tumi Habe jara bhore Boliya rohile tumi Habe jara bhore Tomare lohete ami hoino avatara Tomare lohete ami hoino avatara bina bandhu ar keyate tomara.
Ami bina bandhu hara keyate tomara.
Ami bina bandhu hara keyate tomara.
Ami bina bandhu hara keyate tomara.
Enitiyo shadi maya nashi paralagi.
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 Hari nama mahamantra lo tumi mahati.
Hari Nama Mahamantra Gautami Mahaki.
Hari nama mahamantra lo tumi mahati.
Hari Nama Mahamantra Gautami Mahaki.
Bhakati Vinoda Prabhu Charane Pariya.
Bhakti Vinoda Prabhu Charane Pariya.
Bhakati Vinoda Prabhu Charane Pariya.
Bhakti Vinoda Prabhu Charane Pariya.
Se Hari Nama Mantra Laila Magiha.
Hari Nama Mantra Loilo Magiya.
Se Hari Nama Mantra Laila Magiha.
Hari Nama Mantra Loilo Magiya.
Nitai Gaur Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gaur Hari Bo.
Nitai Gaur Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gaur Hari Bo.
Nitai Gaur Premanande. We'll just read the translation. When the eastern horizon became tinged with the redness that heralds the rising of the sun, the Jew among the Brahmanas, Lord Gaurasundar, immediately awakened. Taking his devotees with him, he journeyed through the towns and villages of Nadia. Yes.
搖拔有節奏地敲擊着主古倫達金色嘅軀體，因深沉在對心神沉迷的愛而輕微的顫抖，腳鈴也隨之叮當作響。
主翠灘也對居民們呼喊道：你們把你們夜晚的時間浪費在無用的睡眠上，用白天的時間裝飾你們的身體，現在當用巴達亞加華和哈列這些聖名的震盪，填充你們的嘴臉，無夢幻地吟唱吧。
You have achieved such a rare human body, but you do not care for this gift. You remain not serving the darling of Yashoda and slowly fall through your last moments to death.
With every rising and setting of the sun, a day passes and is lost. Why then do you remain idle and not serve the Lord of the heart?
太陽嘅每一次升起和落下，就是一天過去了，損失了。你們為什麼還保持無所事事嘅狀態，不願侍奉心中嘅至尊主呢？
You should understand this essential fact. Life is temporary and filled with various kinds of miseries. Therefore, carefully take shelter of the holy name and remain always engaged in His service as your eternal occupation.
Desiring to bless all living entities, this sweet name of Krishna has descended to this material universe and shines like the sun in the sky of the earth, destroying the darkness of the others.
Drink the pure nectar of the holy name of Krishna and thus satisfy the soul of Thakura Bhaktivinoda. There's nothing except the holy name within all the 14 worlds.
主告倫達呼喊：醒來，沉睡嘅靈魂們！醒來，沉睡嘅靈魂們！你們在瑪雅嘅女巫的膝蓋上睡了太久了。
你們進入這深切的世界時說：至尊主，我無疑將崇拜你，但你們忘了這承諾，繼續留在愚昧的黑暗中。
只是為了拯救你們，我降臨這裏，除了我，誰是你們的朋友？
Number 4.
I have brought the medicine that will wipe out the disease of illusion from which you are suffering. Take this Mahamantra. Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thakura Bhaktivinoda fell at the lotus feet of Lord Gauranga, and after begging for the holy name, he received that Mahamantra.
Haribol.
Haribol.
Jai.
Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskrityam.
Narayana Namaskrityam.
Naram Chaiva Narottamam.
Narayana Narottamam.
Devim Sarasatim Vyasam.
Devim Saraswati Vyasam.
Tato Jayamudiraya.
Tato Jayamudiraya.
Nasta Prayesu Vabhadresu.
Nastaprayasu Prabhadresu.
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya.
Nityam Bhagavatam Sevaya.
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke.
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke.
Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki.
Bhakti Bhavati Naishtiki.
We're reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 11, chapter number 26, text number 18.
我哋今日閱讀聖典博加雅談嘅第11篇，第26章嘅詩節18。Thank you.
Bodhitasyapi.
Bodhitasyapi.
Is that right? Oh, I'm sorry, wrong verse.
15、18。18.
I'm in 16. I should be at 18.
Kwayam.
Okay. Kwayam Malimasa Kayo Durgandyadi Atmako Suchi Kwaguna Sormanasyadya Yadyasho Vidyaya Krita Kwayam Malimasa Kayo Kwayam Malimasa Kayo Durgandyatmako Suchi Durgandyatmako Suchi Kwaguna Somanasyadya Kwaguna Somanasyadya Yadyasho Vidyaya Krita Yadyasho Vidyaya Krita Kwayam Malimasa Kayo Durgandyatmako Suchi Kwaguna Somanasyadya Yadyasho Vidyaya Krita
Durgandyatmako Suchi Kwaguna Somanasyadya Yadyasho Vidyaya Krita Kwayam Malimasa Kayo Durgandyatmako Suchi Kwaguna Somanasyadya Yadya
Yadyaso Vidyaya Krita
Yadyaso Vidyaya Gritaha Kwam Yamali Masakayo Daugan Yadyagmako Suchi Waguna Samanasyaya Yadyaso Vidyaya Kritaha
Vayam Malimasakayo
Kwam Yamalimasakayo
Durganyayati Atmako Suchi
Dauganyadyagmako Suchi
Vaguna Somanasyatya
Kwaguna Samanasyadya
Yadyaso Vidyaya Kritaha
Yadyaso Vidyaya Kritaha.
Okay, good. Qua. Where?
Qua sorry 哪裏
Ayam. This.
這
Malimasa. Very filthy.
十分骯髒的
Kaya.
Kaya
Material body.
物質軀體
Dorgandya.
Durgandya
Bad odor.
臭味
Adi. And so on.
and so on 等等
Atmaka.
Atmaka
Consisting of.
由組成
Ashuchi.
Asuchi
Unclean.
不潔的
Qua.
Qua
Where?
哪裏
Guna.
Gunaha
The so-called good qualities.
the so-called good qualities 所謂的好品質
Somanasya.
Saumanasya
The fragrance and tenderness of flowers.
fragrance and tenderness of flowers 花的芳香和幼嫩
Adya.
Adya
And so on.
and so on 等
He.
Certainly 肯定
Adyasa.
Adyasa
The superficial.
superficial
Imposition.
imposition 表面的哄騙
Avidyaya.
Avidyaya
By ignorance.
ignorance 被愚昧
Krita.
Krita
Created.
created 製造
Translation. What is this polluted body anyway? So filthy and full of bad odors. I was attracted by the fragrance and beauty of a woman's body. But what are those so-called attractive features? They are simply a false covering created by illusion.
譯文這句十分骯髒充滿臭味的污染之軀是什麼？我被女人的體香和美麗吸引，而這些所謂的迷人特徵又是什麼呢？它們不過是幻象製造的一層迷幻覆蓋物罷了。
Purport. Pururava now understands that although he was madly attracted to the fragrant, shapely body of Urvasi, in fact, that body was a sack of stool, gas, bile, mucus, hairs, and other repugnant elements. In other words, Pururava is now becoming sane.
要指 Pururava 現在了解到，雖然他曾經瘋狂地傾慕 Urvasi 芳香四溢的嬌美身軀，但實際上那身體是一具由糞便、氣、膽汁、黏液、毛髮和其他令人嘔心的元素組成的臭皮囊。換言之 ，Pururava 現在開始清醒過來。
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chaksurunmilitan Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaka Dhammayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yata Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raganathan Vitam Tam Sajevam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Nitamscha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostate Tapta Kanchana Goranke Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Vancha Kaupatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we're hearing Pururava, the king on this planet long ago.
咁我哋咧聆聽到係關於Pururava 呢一個皇帝，佢喺呢個地球咧係好耐之前出現嘅。
So he happened to meet a woman from the heavenly planets named Urvasi.
佢就遇到一位咧由天堂星球嚟嘅一位女士啦，稱為佢嘅名叫做 Urvasi。
And he was madly in love with this Urvasi.
咁咧，佢為呢一位嘅 Urvasi 咧係為之瘋狂。
And then she left him.
跟住呢個女士就離開咗佢啦。
And after she left him, then Pururava was lamenting that, oh, how unfortunate he was that this woman had gone away and left him.
咁當 Urvasi 離開咗呢位國王之後咧，佢就非常之悲傷嘅。點解佢會離開我嘅？
But gradually he began to realize that he was just an illusion, that his attraction for the woman was simply based on her physical body.
慢慢咧，佢就醒覺咧，其實佢一直咧都喺呢一個嘅幻象當中。佢對呢一位女士嘅吸引咧，只不過係受佢呢一個軀體吸引。
And that physical body of the woman was giving him a lot of sense gratification.
呢一個嘅軀體咧，帶俾佢好多嘅感官享受。
But he became more intelligent and he began to understand that what he was attracted to, the form of the woman, was just a manifestation of so many different elements of the material nature.
當佢咧慢慢回復翻呢個智力嘅時候咧，佢就知道咧，原來咧呢一個嘅軀體咧，只不過係物質自然唔同嘅元素所去到組成。
So the elements of the material nature we described yesterday, the 8 elements, there's 5 gross elements and 3 subtle elements.
琴日咧，我哋講到呢一個物質自然嘅主要嘅元素咧，有8大嘅，分別咧有5個粗糙嘅元素同埋3個精微嘅元素。
So the subtle elements, the mind, the intelligence, and the ego, false ego.
精微嘅元素咧係包括我哋嘅心意啦，之後咧智力同埋呢一個假我。
But what Pururava was attracted to was the physical body. It was the earth, water, fire, air, and ether.
Pururava 咧受吸引咧係呢一個粗糙嘅軀體元素啦，包括係土、水、火、風、空。
And these 5 elements combine to produce things like blood and bones and veins and mucus and stool.
咁呢一啲元素咧就會形成譬如血液啦、黏液啦、呢一個嘅骨頭啦。
There's many things in our bodies, right?
咁我哋身體裏面有好多嘢組成嘅。
And we know the body, it's not really very beautiful when you look, if you have to cut up dead bodies.
如果你要解剖一個嘅屍體啦，其實裏面唔係真係咁靚嘅啫。
If you go to university and study medicine, the first thing you have to do, the first thing they do to train the doctors, these students who are going to become doctors, they're sent into the room where all the dead bodies are. And they have to cut open the dead bodies.
咁啲大學生去到讀醫科嘅時候呢，咁點樣去訓練佢哋呢？就係帶佢哋去一個房間裏面呢，全部都係屍體啊！要佢哋呢去學習點樣去到解剖呢啲屍體。
And of course, many of the students, they'll pass out, and they're just so horrible. It's so, but this is what they're going to be doing. This is what the doctors have to do.
咁有好多學生都唔想去到面對啦，但係呢個就係佢哋要去做嘅事情。
So the body, what we're so attracted to the body, but the body is such a thing. It tricks us, and we're thinking the body is something very attractive, very beautiful.
所以咧，我哋被呢一個嘅軀體咧所去到欺騙咗啊，以為咧佢真係好靚。
So Srila Prabhupada told the story about truth and beauty. It's a famous story about how this young woman was being, she had this lusty young man was attracted to the beauty of a young woman. And the young woman said to the young man, "Look, I'm a married woman. Look, my husband's away from home. I'm a married woman." But this young man was very lusty after this woman.
咁咧就講到一個聖泡泡講過好出名嘅故事咧，叫做液體味。咁呢個故事裏面咧有一個充滿住色欲嘅男士咧，就愛上咗咧一個有夫之婦。咁個女士就同佢講：我已經結咗婚嘅啦，我有丈夫嘅。
So the man, she said, "Oh, you want to enjoy me? Come back after a week. Just come."
女士咧佢年輕啦，非常有智慧。佢就話：如果你想去享受我嘅話咧，可以。你過咗一個禮拜翻嚟咧，再揾我啊。
So for 1 week, the young woman was taking purgatives. She was taking things so that she would vomit and she would pass loose stone. And what she did, everything which came out from her body, she collected them in buckets.
咁佢咧就開始食嗰啲嘅瀉藥啊，食完之後咧就開始作嘔啦，然之後咧就將嗰啲嘔吐物同埋嗰啲糞便咧就裝好一罌罌裡面。
So of course, after she'd been taking all this medicine for a week, she became very thin and ghastly looking.
咁當佢食咗1個禮拜呢啲藥之後咧，佢成個人咧瘦削晒啦，然之後咧面目咧係好可怕嘅。
And so the young man came back after a week, and he saw the young woman, and he said to her, "Where's that beautiful young woman?"
咁呢一個年輕嘅男士翻1個禮拜之後咧翻嚟，佢就咦嗰個美麗嘅女士去咗邊啊？
Where's that young woman who I met last week? Where is she?
上個禮拜嗰個美女去咗邊啊？
And the woman said, "That's me." It was
佢話
me.
嗰個就係我啦。
And so he said, "Oh, you? Then where is your beauty?"
佢話你嘅美麗去咗邊啊？
And she said, "You want to see my beauty?" And she showed him all the buckets, the smelly things, you know.
咁佢話如果你想見我嘅美麗，我嘅美麗就收埋喺呢啲一罌罌嘅糞便嘔吐物裡面啊。
So in this way, Srila Prabhupada relates to us how truth and beauty are compatible in the spiritual world, but not in the material world.
咁聖爸爸咧用呢一個故事咧去演繹咧呢一個美麗同埋真理咧喺靈性嘅世界咧係可以共存嘅，但係咧唔係喺物質嘅世界。
In the material world, we are thinking the body to be something very beautiful, but we can see how temporary the beauty of the body is.
喺物質世界，我哋見到呢個軀體好美麗啦，但係呢個軀體同一時間又係非常之短暫。
So it's not actually true that the body is beautiful. But of course, we make a lot of attempts to make the body beautiful.
我哋嘗試用好多嘅方法啦，令到我哋個身體保持青春啦。咁咧，但係其實佢並唔係真係咁美麗。
Queen Kunti describes about 4 things which are the pillars of materialistic life.
Kunti 皇后咧去到講過咧，有呢一個物質生命裏面咧4樣嘅。
Everyone in the material world who's in bodily conscious, they're very much concerned to enjoy 4 things. They want these 4 things.
喺物質世界裏面嘅人咧，好希望咧去享受呢4種嘅事物。
Queen Kunti says, "Janma Aishwarya Shuta Shribir Edamana Madapuma Naivarhati Avadatum Vai Tuamma Kinchana Gocharam." Queen Kunti talks about 4 things. The first thing she mentions is janma, birth, that we want to be born in the very prestigious, respectable family.
咁第一樣所講嘅事物咧就係出生啊！我哋好希望咧出生喺一個富貴嘅人家嗰度。
Someone thinks, "I am a high class person."
咁有啲人覺得我出生嘅地位好高。
I am born in a high class family. I am born in the Brahmin family or the rich family.
喺呢一個上層嘅社會啦、婆羅門嘅家庭啦，或者有錢嘅家庭嗰度出生。
And then people want also wealth. We see people are mad for money.
第二樣嘢咧就係想要錢。
They say money is the honey.
錢就係蜜糖。
No money, no honey.
冇錢就冇蜜糖。
But money doesn't make people happy.
但係錢唔能夠真正帶俾人快樂。
They work so hard their whole lives for money and die miserable.
咁一生都庸庸碌碌咁樣去為錢去到工作啦，最後咧係好悲慘地離開軀體。
But still, we can see in Hong Kong, if you are Li Kai-fung or somebody like that, huh? Oh, Li Kai-sing. Then you're the big man, right? If you're the very rich man.
咁喺香港首富係李嘉誠啦，好有錢嘅人。
So people they make so much efforts to get wealth.
咁咧係啲人係好辛苦去到工作，得到錢或
And
賺
then
錢。
other people want education.
咁另外一樣就係呢一個嘅教育。
They'll spend so much money for their children to get to go to college and university, to spend a lot of money.
要花好多嘅金錢啦，去送小朋友去到上大學啊。
And they put a lot of pressure on their children. You have to do well in the exams. You have to get good marks. You will get good education. You can get a good job. You can be successful.
咁你要俾心機讀書啦，俾好多壓力佢哋啦，要考試考得好啦，跟住先至咧能夠出嚟社會揾到份好工。
And then, fourth thing, you should be beautiful.
跟住最後一個咧就係呢個美麗。
And so, Shri, that people, you will see the big business everywhere, the beauty parlor.
我哋見到好大嘅一個生意嘅領域咧，就係呢一個美容啊。
One of our devotees in Singapore works in a beauty parlor, and what they do, they have a lot of ladies come there. They want to lose weight.
我認識有一位新加坡嘅奉獻者咧，佢有一個美容所啦，有好多人就想嚟到咧，就係去到美容啊，去到減肥。
They'll spend a fortune to come just to lose a little weight.
咁咧要花好多錢，只係減個少少嘅重量。
But the interesting thing is, she said some of the ladies who come, they don't even have much weight.
咁有啲女士嚟到，其實都唔重。都唔肥
and they come and they want to lose more weight.
但係仲想繼續減
And they spend so much money.
花好多錢
And so these things mean so much to people.
咁所以對於人嚟講，啲人好緊張呢啲嘢。
The good birth, the wealth, the education, and the beauty.
分別咧就係呢一個嘅出生啦、財富啦、知識同埋美麗。
But Queen Kunti prays to Krishna. She says that people who are on the path of trying to develop, or whose only interest is in these things, then they cannot know you.
潘鐵皇后咧就話嗰啲人咧，如果咧淨係一心諗住咧點樣可以去到得到頭先講嗰啲嘅事物嘅時候咧，佢哋唔能夠獲得你。
Because Krishna is the property of those who are materially impoverished.
咁因為咧Krishna 咧就係呢一啲嘅物質嘅所有呢啲嘅事物嘅背後嘅主人嚟嘅。
Akinchana gochara means the property of those who have given up everything.
嗰啲咧將所有嘅物質都放棄嘅人。
And so
Krishna 先至屬於佢哋。
You want to get Krishna, you have to be ready to give up, to surrender everything to Krishna.
所以如果你想要獲得 Krishna， 你就準備好咧，將所有一切咧都要獻上臣服。
If we are attached to everything, we want everything for our sense enjoyment, then we will never get Krishna.
如果我哋想擁有呢一啲嘅事物咧，作為我哋嘅感官物質嘅享樂咧，就永遠都唔會能夠獲得 Krishna。
And so we have to cultivate this attachment to Krishna.
我哋要培養對 Krishna 嘅依附。
So the more we're attached to Krishna, the less we'll be attached to the material things.
我哋越多去到依附 Krishna 咧，就會越少去到依附物質。
For the impersonalists, on the impersonal path, the Mayavadi philosophy, they are struggling to get free from material attachment.
非人格主義派啦，咁咧佢哋係非常之好困難啊！如果要擺脫物質嘅依附。
And they try to get free from material attachment by going away from the world.
佢咧就希望咧去避世啊，即係離開呢一個嘅世俗啊，去到先至去到做到唔依附物質。
They say, I will not see any beautiful woman.
於是咧，佢哋就話啦，我唔會去到見任何嘅靚女。
I will go to Himalayas.
I will go
to Himalayas.
我就會去喜馬拉雅山。
Yeah, I will go in the cave.
去啲山洞度。
But there was one yogi, Sobari Muni. He was meditating in the bottom of the Yamuna.
咁有一位嘅聖人啦，咁咧佢就喺亞姆拿河嘅河嗰個水底裏面去到
He
冥
was a
想。
great yogi. He could meditate in the bottom of the Yamuna.
呢位偉大嘅瑜伽師咧，可以喺亞姆拿河嘅呢個河裏面咧，去到冥想。
And he saw two
河
fish.
底。
He saw two fish having relationship together.
咁喺呢個河床裏面咧，佢見到兩條魚咧喺度交歡。
And he became attracted to
Yes.
material life.
於是佢就受到呢一個物質嘅事物吸引咗啦。
He came out from the bottom of the Yamuna and he went to the king, nearby king, who had 50 daughters.
咁佢就從呢個河床度出翻嚟咧，佢就揾附近嘅一個國王。呢個國王咧有50個女兒。
So he asked the king, he said, you know, I'd like to get married. Can I have one of your daughters?
咁佢就同國王講啦：我想去結婚啊，你可唔可以賜俾我其中一個女呢？
So the king said, well, if any of them want to marry you, they can.
如果個國王就如果我啲女想嫁俾你嘅話，好啊。
And so they showed him, he went to meet all the daughters. The daughters said, no, we don't want to marry him.
咁於是佢就去見呢一啲嘅公主啦，但冇一個公主咧想嫁俾佢。
Because he'd been in the bottom of the Yamuna for a long time. So his skin was all wrinkled and horrible.
因為佢喺個河床好長嘅時間啦，嗰啲咧皮膚全部都係皺紋啊。
So the young princesses, they said, no, we're not going to marry him.
咁嗰啲年輕嘅公主就唔制啊。
But Subari Muni was a great yogi. And he went away and he used his yoga powers, he rejuvenated his body, made his body all young and handsome. And he came back again, and all the princesses wanted to marry him.
Subari Muni 咧，佢就有呢一個嘅完備嘅力量，所以咧佢就將自己咧就化身成為一個年青呢個貌美嘅男子啦。佢再翻嚟嘅時候咧，所有嘅公主都想嫁俾佢。
So he took all the princesses for his wives.
咁於是佢就將所有嘅公主咧都娶晒啦。
He'd been a great yogi.
佢係一位偉大嘅瑜伽師嚟嘅。
But because he made some offense to Garuda, he got that problem.
但係佢之前做咗一個對 Garuda 嘅冒犯啊。
Anyway, we have to understand the importance of proper association.
所以咧，我哋要去到清晰明白咧呢個好嘅正確嘅聯誼。
The main point in this chapter is that you have to get good association. Everything depends on the right association.
呢一章嘅重點咧就係好嘅聯誼。
And if you can associate with the spiritual, then that's very good. But if you associate with the material, then very big problem.
如果咧能夠同靈性嘅東西事物咧去到聯誼嘅話咧，非常之好啦。但係如果同物質嘅事物咧去到聯誼嘅時候咧，就會有問題啦。
This is described by Lord Kapila in the 3rd canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam.
喺博家雅談嘅第3篇咧，Kapila 咧佢去到解釋。
Lord Kapila is giving teachings to his mother, Devahuti.
咁主 Kapila 咧係向佢嘅母親啦 Devahuti 去到教導。
Devahuti's husband, Kardama, had gone off to renounce, to take sannyas.
咁 Devahuti 嘅丈夫咧就係棄絕嘅。
So Devahuti was left with her son, who was no ordinary son. He was an incarnation of God.
Devahuti 嘅兒子咧唔係一般嘅人啦，佢係主嘅化身。
But still Devahuti was missing her husband.
但係 Devahuti 咧都係好掛住佢嘅丈夫。
They had 9 daughters and 1 son.
佢有9個女兒同埋1個兒子。
And they had traveled together. They'd gone to Mount Meru and different heavenly places where the demigods go to enjoy.
佢哋去過啦呢一個Meru 山啦，同埋咧好多嘅天堂嘅星球啦， 本神人居住嘅地方。
So they had enjoyed together for some. But then, after she gave birth to children, then the husband said, "Now my duty is done. Now I'm going."
咁但係咧，當佢生完啲小朋友之後咧，嗰個丈夫就話啦：我嘅職責已經完成咗啦，我而家會離開。
But Devahuti took shelter of her husband, of her son.
Devahuti 咧係託庇於佢嘅兒子。
And her son told her that attachment for the material is the cause of the greatest bondage.
咁個兒子就同佢講啦，對於物質嘅依附咧，係呢一個嘅捆綁嘅最大嘅原因。
But that same attachment for the spiritual is the cause of liberation.
但係咧，如果呢一個嘅依附咧係轉化咧係依附靈性嘅話咧，就能夠讓你咧引向呢一個嘅解脫。
So it's not wrong to be attached, but the problem is what are we attached to?
所以依附咧並唔係一個問題，個問題咧係在於我哋依附啲乜嘢。
Are we just attached to mundane, gross sense gratification?
我哋咧係咪淨係去到依附呢一啲嘅世俗嘅粗糙嘅感官享樂？
Or are we actually attached to something spiritual?
定係咧我哋所依附咧係嘅嘢係靈性嘅。
Spiritual means in relation to Krishna.
靈性嘅意思咧就係同 Krishna 相連。
If we are attached to Krishna and Krishna's service, then that is good.
如果我哋咧係同 Krishna 去到相連接嘅話咧，咁呢個就係好事嚟。
But if we're just attached to the physical body, that is illusion.
如果我哋連接嘅咧係呢一個軀體嘅話咧，咁嗰個只係一個嘅假象幻象。
The person dies, the body is still there.
一個人咧死咗，但係個身體依然喺度。
You're going to keep the dead body with you?
你會唔會將呢個軀體留喺你身邊？
How long you'll keep a dead body around?
你可以將佢留幾耐呢？
No. When the person dies, want to take it out, get out of here.
當一個人離開咗軀體之後呢，嗰個軀體就會被拎走噶啦。
The body is the dress.
軀體只不過係一件衫。
So do you keep your old dresses? You keep your old clothes around?
你會唔會將你啲舊衫啊一路留喺個衣櫃度啊？
In Taiwan, they have these big boxes on the street, and people are encouraged to put their old clothes for recycling.
咁喺台灣咧有啲叫做舊嘅衣物回收箱。
We must send them to Africa or send them to Philippines or something. I don't
將啲
know.
衫送到去非洲或者菲律賓。
And so, body, you know, what to do? The old body, they take some organs out from the body. A young person dies, so take out some of the organs, try to transplant them, put them in somebody.
咁有啲年輕人離開咗啦，咁就會將佢哋啲器官咧攞出嚟咧，就去移植。
It's a common thing these days. Yeah.
而家就好普遍咁樣做法。
Get new liver, new kidneys, and so many. Change the heart even.
咁心臟移植啦，移植呢一個肝啊、胃啊。
And so this is the body.
腎
Just different parts, different things.
只不過係唔同嘅身體嘅部分。
The real person that is the soul.
真正嗰個人呢，其實係個靈魂。
And so we want to develop that vision to see spiritually.
我哋想去到培養嗰一種嘅靈性嘅眼光啦，去睇到呢係靈性嘅。
And to do that, we have to see through the eyes of the scriptures.
做到呢一點呢，我哋要去用經典嘅眼光去睇事物。
And that's why we read Srimad Bhagavatam every morning.
因為咧，所以咧，之所以咧，我哋每一日去到閱讀聖典博加雅堂
It
嘅原
helps
因，
by hearing every day, gradually we start to remember.
每一日嘅聆聽咧，慢慢咧我哋就能夠憶記。
Just like people sometimes they're in coma, sometimes they get a bump on the head and they're unconscious and they wake up and they forget everything.
有一啲人咧可能休克啦，或者可能咧硬物撞擊個頭喎，咁咧醒咗翻嚟之後咧就咩都唔記得晒。
So how do you get your memory back?
咁點樣將你啲記憶攞翻嚟咧？
Just like Yogita.
就好似有吉他咁啊嘛，知。
She was in car crash.
咁佢有一個嘅交通嘅意外啦，
She
撞
was
車。
in coma for a long time.
咁咧就係喺休克嘅狀態好長嘅時間。
We were all praying for her.
咁我哋全部都為佢去到祈禱。
And so when you come out of coma, you don't remember who you are.
咁你醒翻之後咧，你唔記得你自己係邊個？
How do you get the memory back?
你點樣去到記起翻呢？
They have to introduce you.
係
This is your husband. Oh my God.
我哋呢個係你嘅先生啊！
You have to. This is your home. This is your mother. Then everything you have to
呢
be
個係你嘅媽
reintroduced.
媽屋企，又要再一次去到介紹。
So
去介
same way we
紹
come to temple. We have to get our memory back because we're all in illusion.
同樣地咧，我哋嚟到廟堂咧，就係攞翻我哋呢一啲嘅記憶啊，因為我哋之前咧喺呢一個幻象當中。
We took another birth. We had to take another body, and then with the new body, we forgot everything.
我哋一次又投身啦，得到一個新嘅軀體啦，之後咧就唔記得咗之前發生嘅
So we
事。
come to temple and we see the deities, and okay, this is God. We're His servant.
我哋嚟到廟堂啦，見到神像啦，就去提醒翻我哋咧呢一位咧係神，我哋係神嘅僕人。
And this way, gradually, we start to get the memory back.
慢慢咧，我哋就去到喚醒翻我哋嘅記憶啦。
That I'm not God.
我唔係神，
I am just simply servant of the servant.
我只不過咧係僕人嘅僕人。
So we have to hear, and gradually, again and again, we hear again and again, the memory comes back.
咁我哋要不斷咁樣重複，又再重複去到聽啦，個記憶咧就翻嚟啦。
So Krishna consciousness is within everyone.
Krishna 意識咧係所有人都有噶，
But we have to hear. We have to.
但我哋必須要聆聽。
So that's why it's so important for us to come and hear Srimad Bhagavatam, to listen, to read the scriptures.
所以我哋嚟到聆聽聖典博家雅談啦，去到閱讀經典啦，非常之重要。
Okay, any question?
有冇問題呢？
Guru Maharaj, you said the hearing is very important. So we are chanting the 16 rounds every day, maybe for 2-3 hours, and then hearing weekly once or every day 1 hour. How it should be?
咁媽德知嘅問題咧就係我哋頭先Maharaj 咧講到咧呢一個聆聽非常之重要啦。咁我哋每一日都會念誦16圈啦。咁聆聽嗰部分又點樣做咧？
You should hear as much as you can.
咁咧你要聽得越多係越好啊！
The more you hear, the better.
你聽得越多嘅話咧，你就會變得越好。
And so it's not like, oh, I heard for 1 hour, it's enough.
有陣時我哋1個鐘頭就夠啦。
You need to hear every opportunity. Try to hear.
總之一有機會嘅時候咧，就要去聆聽。
Should be constantly hearing.
要咧係不停不間斷咁樣去聆聽。
Right? Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. So always constantly serving.
咁咧就係不停嘅去到聆聽，不中斷嘅聆聽。
Yes. Okay. Any other question? Okay, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
都